my way home from work, I picked something up. A little goodie. Where is it at? Here we go. 1-inch lowering block with a shim. Wonder what that could be for. I ain't even gonna hold you guys. It's for the S10. The S10's been on my mind heavy recently. I'm about to start driving it again, like real soon here. I've got a couple little things I want to do to it. And one of the things I need to drive it to do, and that is getting the tent put on. Because it's like an hour away. I'd go to a guy in a different state. But I was brainstorming what is something I could do. Just pick the part up and do it. And I was thinking it could go down in the back. I found a different lowering kit. I'm wanting to go down as far in front as I can, as far as the back as I can. There's a kit, I think it's a 5/6 drop. Anyway, either way, that's at least 5 in the front. I don't know if the tires are gonna clear. I don't know if that's really gonna work. So long story short, I'm gonna start off with the most amount of lowering I can do, and then as it don't work, just unlower as I go. So I'm thinking right now is the truck is on 3-inch blocks in the back. It'll be 4 inches now. In the front, it's only dropped 2 inches. It's just the spring, one of the top coils is cut off, the factory springs. So it's just 2 inches down the front. I'm thinking I could easily go down 2 more inches in the front, but 3, I don't know, 3. So 5, if we do 5, we're looking at 3. I don't see that happening. I almost would be sitting on top of the tire. Like you wouldn't have to worry about turning. You wouldn't be able to even move. We'll see about all that. And the back is pretty much only gonna be able to go to 4. I think I could squeeze 2 out of the back, don't get me wrong, but they say they only sell 4-inch blocks, and I even Googled it and looked into it. They say without a C-notch, you don't need to go past 4. I'm pretty sure you can fit 5, but I don't want the axle to bang the frame hard if you hit a bump. That can't ride good. It rides like a trailer. Could possibly even damage something. So we're just gonna put these in and go from there. And pretty much in the rear, you have options. Once you C-notch, you can use shackles, you can use blocks, you can use different leaf spring. You can do anything you want to in the rear. You can use a different axle. You can do anything back there. In the front, pretty much all you've got is smaller coils in the front and knuckles. I think you can get, most knuckles are 2-inch drop. That might be the only size they make the knuckles in. I'm not sure about that. But 2-inch knuckles and then springs. My ideal is it's sitting at a 2-inch drop right now. So if I buy 2-inch drop knuckles, that'll put us 2 inches lower than what we are right now. That would probably work. Anyway, either way, I'm gonna buy some knuckles and do a real knuckle drop because that makes them ride the best. And another thing is if I do the knuckles, I can put any size spring in there to compensate for, like if I do 2-inch knuckles, I want 3-inch drop, 1-inch springs. If I want 4-inch drop, 2-inch springs. If I want 5-inch drop, 3-inch, you know, it gives me a little more play room. So we're definitely doing knuckles on this thing. All right, guys, that's with that 1-inch block in the back. Super easy to install. It took probably 15 minutes, to do both. Jack it up, take 4 U-bolts off, and they were not rusty because I changed them a couple years ago under the blocks. Slide the block in, throw it back together, and it looks sick. It sat the back down. I'm still wanting to go another inch in the back. And it's kind of bipolar right now. This side, that side is like, oh, that's perfectly level. This side's like, looks like it's leaned. Because when I cut the spring, this one, I cut the springs, both of the front springs, put them in. It was exactly the factory height. Drove around for a couple days. That side sat down, this side never really sat down, or not as much anyway. So I'm thinking about, we're gonna move this thing, take it over, jack it up. And I'm pretty sure the string didn't rotate right, didn't sit into the control arm correctly. Some of that's probably that little rubber boot you put on the top. I'm gonna take that out. I'm probably gonna sit an 1/8 inch lower too. Anyway, I'm gonna pop this side apart, just let the ball joint loose, put the spring in a different way. Should be fine. I'm also considering cutting another link off the spring, sit down 2 inches in the front. You have to go by 2 inches when you cut the links off the springs, and hopefully that's not too much. But yeah, I'm messing with it. Still, it needs to be 1 inch lower in the back, just 1 inch. So looking on the back here, 1 inch would be perfect. We could even go 2. That would be really pushing it. Maybe one day, possibly, try to fit that in. In the front, what I'm worried about on the front and the back, 2 inches. Oh, we got that, 2 inches. We could do that for sure. So I think I'm gonna pop the front end apart today. And I'm gonna see if I can cut another coil off. Worst case scenario, if it isn't drivable, I'll just order 3-inch drop coils. Currently we're sitting at 2. If we cut on the spring, we'll be at 4. If it don't work, I'll just go ahead and order the 3-inch, put them in there, and then it should be sitting right. And I'm still trying to figure out how I can get the back lower because I'm maxed out on blocks right now. Here's what we're working with. Super level on this side. Actually looks really good. I'd still like to go lower though. But on this side, we've obviously got some tire in the front and the back. And again, it's been like that since I did the lowering kit because just this side didn't sit down right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack it up, pull this side apart, see if I can shimmy the spring in different, put it back together. Here's our spring out. These front ends are super easy. There's only 3 things that hold the lot together. Tie rod, sway bar, upper ball joint. I guess you could technically take the lower off. That'd make it a lot more aggravating. I always do upper. The reason this side set higher than the other side is because, which I took them off, those are the rubber pieces go on top and bottom. When you put this in, it's supposed to, the end of the spring is supposed to line up with that kind of notch in the lower control arm. But somehow it just didn't ever set right because that rubber piece, I guess, didn't let it slip in just right. And so it's holding it up, making it like the spring is bigger. Anywho, we could just put it back in. It would sit like the other side does, sit perfectly level with the back, look all good. But I'm feeling like a glutton for punishment today. So got this angle grinder right here, and I'm gonna cut another spring off. That's gonna be 4 inches down the front. Fingers crossed. That spring is looking very small. Like the wind overdid it. Alright, here's the moment of truth. I'm gonna sit it down. Hopefully we don't have anything already making contact with something else before it even sits down. Ooh, the jack won't even slide out. Let's try that. Dang, dude, the jack's still stuck. Got it, finally. Holy cow. Something makes me think that's gonna be drivable. It ain't as bad as I was thinking. There's a few little things that I do not like. One, the spring is so short now, when it's jacked up, the spring is actually loose. Because cutting them, it gets the job done, but it's not the proper way to do it. When you buy actual lowering springs, they're not shorter, they're just stiffer, so they don't take that back, they're softer. They give easier. They're a little shorter, but they're not as short as cutting them. This is different. It's tight in there now, but it's locked to lock. I can turn all the way both ways. It's like this fender was made for these tires. Woo! All right, let's pull back up there and cut the other side. Get this junk done. All right, guys. Yes, there's a couple little hiccups. And I took it for a drive. It's completely drivable. Turns lock to lock. It does ride stiffer. So I'd really like to redo this. It's 4 inches is what I like. This is more of an experimental. I want to get 2-inch knuckles and 2-inch springs. That'll put it back riding better than it even did before. So that'll make it be about like factory, to be honest. That is her all back together. Probably didn't even take an hour to do all that. We started lowering in the back. Now it looks high again. Oh, it's got like kind of a little rake to it. Now it makes the back look like it's high. But anyway, I am going to come back to the back. I know I can buy the lower springs, like you change your leaf springs out. Or I'm going to really try to see about stacking another inch of block back there. The front, of course, it's all the way down as it can get. I'm plenty happy with that. I mean, when you stand up, it looks like the tire's under the fender. It's not. If you get dead on it, you can see that the fender's higher, but it's so low from your perspective. Kind of hides the tire good enough for me. I'm happy with it. But yeah, definitely got to come another inch down in the back. So here's what we're dealing with in the rear. I got 4-inch worth of blocks, as you can see. So everyone's saying you can't do more than 4 inches of blocks because you need a C-notch. But if you look at the frame here, that's probably, I'd say, a good 3 inches of space there. But, you know, instead of doing a C-notch, if I want to go lower, technically, let's say this is the way it sits right now, 4 is as most as they recommend. This right here is probably 1.5 inches or 2. This is not structural to the frame. I can cut that out. And that's like, we'll call that a baby C-notch. Cut this little piece out. That's another 1.5 inches of clearance. So if I wanted to put another 1.5 inch of block and I cut that out, that should work. All you gotta do is find some really long U-bolts, because currently these are about maxed out. I can't fit another inch. The only other problem, so I could just wrap the store, buy the 2-inch blocks, take that 1 inch out, put the 2 inch in. They got different sized U-bolts. But the other issue is this right here. The bottom like shock mount is so close to the wheel. If we lower it more, it's gonna bring it right here. And I know by the angle you're looking at, like, oh, that ain't rubbing, it'll fit. But when the axle was flexing, like it was different. So I just don't know. That right there is, but maybe angle grind this, trim that up, be a lot of work, but that is her. I love the front. That's like exactly how I want it to look. That's perfect to me. Almost looks like it's covering the tire a little bit. We just need to get the back looking like that. So it's gonna take a little more work, but we'll see. I might just go uptown. I'm gonna measure these U-bolts. I might just go up there and get the 2-inch blocks and see if it's gonna hit the rim or whatever, like I was showing you. Won't know till you try. Maybe it'll be enough to where it goes past that bracket to where it's not nowhere near the rim. We'll see.